Hey guys, hope all is well with you guys. I am Curtis from Off the Bench Global. I really want to give information out to you guys and let you know that we're still here. We're here for the community as always. Um, I'm here solo today, but I want to thank God for my crew, David Ballard, Coach Tyrell Anderson, LC Seegers, producer. Appreciate you guys. Joshua, thank you for the videography. We really appreciate everybody that's involved, the community. We thank you guys for really taking information and using it. Not saying that we're the only social network that you guys have, but we really want to make sure that we give the information that we can help you out with. Yes, today is March 31st, and we do have something for you guys to view on Thursday, with Off the Bench Global. And today, again, is March 31st. It's my birthday. Boo, 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 boo. Yes, I am corny. So really pay attention to everything that I have going on, today, and giving out information. Um, it's really a interesting time that we're facing with the COVID-19, the social distancing. It's really hard for a lot of people that are social birds. Just like to communicate with people, be around people, and it's hard. It's therapeutic, for a lot of people to really just distance themselves. And I definitely get it. I understand. Uh, like for myself, I took a ride, yesterday, and I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. I drove through Union County and saw my niece, mowing the grass, and her and her friend, and went over and helped them. I didn't do a lot because she knocked it out. I love you, Kiana. Also, I drove by my friend house. He don't know I was actually in the neighborhood. Just drove by. Just to check on people. That's what I do. Um, Really not trying to toot my own horn, but that's just me. My love for the community. Um, with that being said, yeah, it is March 31st. Today's my birthday. Boo 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 boo. I am a corny guy, so really pay attention and focus on a lot of information that I'm giving today. Um, so we have so many things going on right now. Of course, with the COVID-19, a lot of the kids been home for a while, so it forced a lot of the parents to homeschool their kids. And so, of course, I get a lot of phone calls, taking in a lot of information. Of course, too, I don't voice a lot of things that come to me as far as information. I try to take it all in, and I have social outlets that I communicate with on a daily basis. But some things can get heavy, and it's okay that you know things may get heavy, too heavy, to the point where you may want to communicate with other people about what's going on. Don't feel like you're less than because you want to talk and you want to brainstorm with other people. It's okay. Iron sharpens iron. Iron can never sharpen wood. Remember that. It just cuts it. So we want to make sure that we actually communicate amongst each other and really sharpen each other. Men's fellowship online. Go ahead and talk amongst the men. Women fellowship online. Talk to amongst the women. Share with each other. What are you doing different than the next house is doing? To try to create an avenue that not just impact the kids, but also give you guys that separation you need in the house. Because a lot of times it's hard for the women, to really get their thoughts together because the kids are constantly in communication with the parent while they're in the house, so they can't find that avenue that they need to separate themselves to get their thoughts together. So really communicate once amongst each other and really, give each other that avenue that's going to be impactful in the community. When it comes to kids and when it comes to adults and uh, and dads. Really communicate with each other. Don't try to put on this tough exterior, and it's really pulling on us. Really, it really, yeah. is strange, you know. So, but you know, we got this, you know. Not only that, you know, we really want to pay attention. Like for instance, you know, Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department, you know, WBTV actually dropped something here yesterday about the domestic violence increase, you know, that's in the house, because you know you don't have a lot of people that's going out and about, so everybody's forced in the house, and a lot of the domestic violence, just March alone, 17% of domestic violence has gone up. You know, you're talking about a 40% increase from last year this time. You know, so really think about what's happening. You know, when it comes to communication. You know, guys, really. You know, communicate amongst each other. You know, putting your hands on someone, not just a female, but also, you know, putting your hands on your child or whatever. You know, because you don't have that avenue to really communicate. Really find that people that you can actually communicate with, to keep yourself, one, out of trouble, but also give yourself a angle to really just talk it out. You know, so many different things happening. You know, you have you know, with the WBTV, you guys look it up and cross check me. It's okay. You know, you have Safe Alliance support. You know, the phone number is 980-771-4673. Again, that's 980-771-4673. It's a 24/7 line that you guys can call that gives support, you know, when it comes to domestic violence. And if you guys need someone to talk to, you know, for myself, also with the kids right now, is causing a strain on the parents who don't really know how to communicate the math and science and different things that can cause frustration with the child. You know, the child, you thinking the child have a problem, but the child may not have a problem. You know, just 11 o'clock, they are used to recess. So that's why they're running around the house, you know, acting crazy, because they're used to the recess at this time, you know. So just being confined to a space, it causes problems and issues, you know, with the parents at home, you know, thinking that their kids gone crazy, you know. But we just really got to really communicate with each other. You know, this is where the ministry starts, you know, in our house, you know, really, you know, and that's what's forced us to actually learn our children and learn ourselves too as well, you know, our tolerance level. What do we do, you know, when things get, you know, unbearable? What do we do? So really talk to each other and communicate with each other. Fellas, really reach out to each other, tell each other, you know, I love you, what's going on, you okay, you know. Have at it, you know. Really communicate. Women, communicate with each other, you know. So let me drop a tidbit to you. So you have the UFC, and you have different you have professional boxing, and we'll go to these events, and we'll watch these events, and we'll be competitive with each other. You know, A's gonna beat B down, and but after the fight, the two actually go and shake hands with each other. You know, and that's their job. You know, they're professionals, but it leaves us combating each other, fighting each other. You know, I hate such and such loss, you know, and now we're battling and not understanding that this is their job, you know. So we really got to understand how to gauge what we feel like is competition or attention, period. It's really important that we really learn how to communicate with each other. Again, these people are shaking hands and they go on with their lives to making money, and we get ourselves confined to a space again, you know, be it in custody or whatever, because we're trying to battle about what they were fighting for, but they went home shaking hands. So it's no point of us really fighting each other and arguing with each other, and we just really communicate, you know, with each other about things that's happening You know, it's okay to share with someone, I love you. Understand that person loves language. Really understand, how to communicate with this person. A lot of people think that, you have to be violent because that's the best way that you know how to communicate. No, change your language. You don't have to put your hands on no one ever. Really learn how to communicate. We don't do sign language that way. Just really communicate with each other and understand, each other, how everything is. And calling someone and dropping negativity on them all the time could be unbearable a lot of times. A lot of pastors or clergy members, just period, take on a lot, and we're idiotic if we think that things that happen or people that communicate with us, and and they're telling us their sorrows and burdens, and we don't know how to differentiate certain things. It gets heavy. So really understand that other clergy members communicate with each other. Don't try to hold a lot of things on you as far as you being too strong, or I supposed to be this way. And no, you supposed to be a person. Understand who you are. Understanding who you are, it helps be transparent to the next person. Really, just really communicate positive language. And the kids are watching this language. Really understand that kids are really in tune with what you're doing. Um, so with that being said, we really just got to move forward and doing what we need to do as far as social distancing, um, encourage each other. Um, you got to think too, a conversation I had earlier today, some things that you don't really think about, you got family members, or you can call them family members, you have close friends that due to this COVID-19, you have family members that passed away. So they don't have, because of social distancing, now they have no avenue as far as grieving together. They can't really communicate with other people about what's their troubles, what's happening with them. Their best friend just passed away, so how do they communicate that with someone? And that's why it's important for us to reach out to each other. Male, male, female, female, male, female, female, female. Whatever we need to do, we need to make sure that we are communicating with each other and understand that there's things that's happening. We talk about the ratio of people that's passing away, and we look at the numbers, and we're just giving news. We're repeating news, but we're not trying to help the people. Help us help you. Type deal. But again, I don't want to seem like I'm rambling. It's just a lot going on, but I just want to try to make sure that you understand that Off the Bench Global, we're here. We're going to give information consistently, because you don't see me on YouTube or what have you, don't mean that, I'm not working, I'm not moving. I'm not in constant communication with the community as far as what's going on. So again, we have the Virtual Learning Center, that you can actually email me again off of the Bench Global. And so when you don't understand the new math, really communicate with us. And, we have student teachers, around the world that's actually communicating with me via WhatsApp all the time, really just communicating with each other and trying to get information out there, strategic plans to help the parents and also help the child that's learning alone, because the parents are not understanding. We teach parents as well. Parents don't think that you're out of the loop, as far as what's going on with your child. We help that situation, that position, Um, so we really want you to understand, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, we really have some bright students, that really are helping And also we have professors, from here to Ohio, at different locations. We're growing, as we speak, with different tutors, and we're just helping each other. We learning, keeping everything balanced. Some schools are out for the year, but at the same time, we want to keep ourselves sharp, with a lot of stuff that's happening. And again, today's my birthday, and this is part of my birthday celebration. I really want to get information out to you guys and let you know that Off the Bench Global, we love you guys. We want to make sure you stay positive, and keep your hands off each other, physically, that's damaging, and I'm not talking about the love language as far as showing compassion for each other. If that's the case, touch each other, love each other, hug each other, whatever you need to do to show each other that you're here and to support them. We're not going to have the increase of violence that's happening right now. You're talking about, 389 calls this March compared to last March, to the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department about domestic violence. That's insane. But we need to make sure that we are communicating with each other, helping each other. Much love. Again, we got some things happening. Of course, one of our hosts is Terrell Coach Anderson, who's a retired fire department, who's, battling with, a decision that he needs to make that, I'll let you guys hear it from him. David Ballard, who's retired military, who's, on edge about things that's going on, that's happening, but you'll hear more from him, so we got a lot of things that's happening, but, a lot of things that's happening is also, you have support, you have ministries, you have different things, Kingdom of My Life Ministry, I'm going to shout you out, so we have the L, the Liberation Church, different things that's happening. These are people that I'm shouting out that I know that do Victory Christian Center. These are people that I know that are doing big things, when it comes to community and definitely counseling. So really, it's not a battle with us in the church, period, point blank. We really want to help each other in the household. That's where it starts. Like again, I said, much love to you guys. And if I did not shout you out, and don't fault me for it. It's much love, and we'll get you on next time. Again, I'm just really trying to think of anything else that I really need to say to you guys. For the most part, it's much love. Again, I say, just stay encouraged and, really try to understand that your child is at school maybe 10 hours out of the day. When the child come home, it's usually bath and go to bed. Now you're forced to really understand your child's language. So the child is not necessarily driving you crazy because he's crazy. It's more so that you're trying to learn your child. So just keep encouraged with each other, build each other, hug on each other, love each other. All right, I'm out.